You think Kobe is the reason why the Lakers have been, or he's ruined the Lakers, rather?
It's complicated, but in 2012, Jim Buss gave an interview, said our big strategy is based on 2014 free agency. That's their target. They had max cap space. And remember, this is the team that got Wilt, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, all forced their way there. They didn't just draft Magic. He could have stayed in college another year, but the Lakers won the lottery, and so he said he was going to play for them. This is the team everybody's always wanted to play for in NBA history. Now they have max cap room and a wish list of free agents. The list of free agents last summer was a who's who, and they didn't get anybody they wanted.
Okay, but the only one of note to change team besides LeBron was Trevor Ariza. So now we know Kobe's not the easiest person for teammates to get along with. That's well documented. And the most fascinating part, the article was fantastic about the player that he really is versus the one that he thinks he still is. But in terms of the free agents that you're talking about, though, Henry, Trevor Ariza changed teams. LeBron, he went to Cleveland. He was never going to go to the Lakers.
In 2012, that wasn't the story. In 2012, you talk to insiders, and they're like, it's on rails. It always happens. They always get the best player. LeBron's contract ends now. They got maxed in. No, but I'm just saying, like, if you, like, then, so what happened, right? I was writing about Kobe starting a decade ago, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, and all the people, you know, whisper, and they won't give you their name or whatever. But basically, like what came back was over time. I didn't literally look to write this article. I wasn't like, oh, I need another Kobe topic. Right. No, it's like, what happens is everybody's like, nobody wants to play with Kobe. That's what's happening.
But again, Henry, all I'm simply saying is I don't buy that that's not a factor. But the factor, LeBron went to Cleveland to play with Kyrie Irving, went back home. We all know about that. Got Kevin Love to come along with him, okay? Kevin Love wanted to win and win now. Carmelo, I said this on the show, Jamel, that's a lateral move to go from New York for less money to go to the Lakers. He wasn't any closer to winning. Dwight had his own reasons, maybe Kobe being a primary one, maybe not. Maybe he wanted to play with James Harden. I'm simply saying, could it be more about the changing times and the Lakers not being the Lakers anymore for a variety of reasons than just, man, Kobe's too difficult, which that could be part of it, but not the primary factor.
Everything, it's like, you know, it's like our health, right? Everything's multifactorial, right? Run those numbers never lie, so, right? Like, you know, so yeah, if they're winning 60 games, of course it's easier to get free agents. But if you look at like how things could have gone differently, like one of the sources was just like, look, he didn't need to be, I'm paraphrasing, you know, he didn't need to be like an incredible recruiter. He just needed to be like a stand-up normal guy. He just needed to be a decent teammate. And then you could have gotten all these people. But instead what happens is they sit down with agents, et cetera, and say, what's it going to take to get this guy here? And they're like, someone's going to have to contain him. Yeah. Someone's gonna, and if you had a really strong coach like Phil Jackson, then maybe you get to keep Dwight Howard, right? Then, you know, but the fact is, like, Kobe does whatever he wants. And we know this, right? Phil Jackson in his book says he marched into Mitch Kupchak's office multiple times and said, you got to trade this guy. It's impossible. No one wants to play with him. He's feuded with all of his big name teammates, you know, like the role players, different story because they don't threaten his spotlight in the same way, right? But the big name players have all feuded with him. Dwight leaving is devastating, right? I mean, this was the guy. They already had him on the team and they could give him $30 million more guaranteed. And, you know, I'm told behind the scenes it came down to who's in charge here, who can make us actually run an offense, so we don't just have Kobe do whatever he wants. Phil writes about how he would drop a play at the end of the game, and they just wouldn't run it. You know, Kobe would just run to the ball, get the ball, and do whatever he wanted, and as we've discussed on this show before, miss most commonly.